next episode will be about Muslims not understanding and feeling the Quran and having it impacted. And what I've noticed is a lot of Muslims, they view it like as a task, like, okay, gotta read my 2 pages of Quran, my 5 pages of Quran, gotta read the Quran in Ramadan, whatever. It's like more of a task, and they read it more of text like you would with a school textbook, which goes, mitochondria is a powerhouse of the cell. You see, you move X here to find Y, all that stuff, and that's like what they read the Quran as, like as a text, like, alright, like, let's get these 10 pages over one and let's go play the game. And I'm like, that's not true. And if you look at the Sahaba and the people at the times of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, it was way different. Umar bin Khattab. So as we know, before he became Muslim, he hated Muslims. He hated Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He would torture Muslims. He would beat Muslims. He would oppress Muslims. In fact, he was on a mission to kill Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Now I can say most Muslims, they don't even go nowhere near that level of hatred. Then Umar bin Khattab heard a tiny bit of the Quran, and his heart changed, and he became one of, if not the greatest Sahaba of all time. Now picture us, we have the entire Quran, and yet it doesn't change us the way it changes Umar bin Khattab. It made Umar bin Khattab one of Islam's biggest oppressors and opposers to one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Sahaba of all time. And we was just a tiny portion of the Quran, while we have the entire Quran, and we mess up. Another story is of Sumayya, her husband, and her kid. Now, I don't know her kid's name, and that's on me. But this was in the early day of Islam when there weren't much Muslims, and they were just like a small covenant sect. And Abu Sufyan, he was this rich, powerful leader of Arabia, big, high, powerful, he owned everyone. And Sumayya's kid and some of the other Muslims, they get in a clash with Abu Sufyan and his men. And when Sumayya and her husband hear about this, they're mad at their kids. They're like, how could you fight Abu Sufyan? What are you doing? Oh my god, like, this is not good. We're cooked, we're screwed. Like, son, like, you're an idiot. We care about you. We love you. He recites one verse of the Quran and they change. They're like, we're proud of you, son. We accept Islam. We love you. You did the right thing. Picture this. Meanwhile, we have the entire Quran and it doesn't change us. It took Sumayya, who was cowering before Abu Sufyan and also the Arabs, hearing one verse to then become one of the first martyr in Islam. Like, how? Just one verse, and we read the entire Quran and we're like, okie dokie, time to go play. Now, if this wasn't make you change, Abu Jahl. Now, Abu Jahl's bad, he's horrible, we know that. But even he was moved by the Quran. Now, as the story goes, Abu Jahl heard Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam reciting the Quran, and he was moved by it, admitted it was peaceful, and it brought him joy and comfort. But he just couldn't bring himself to accept it. Now, of course, he's wrong, he's evil, he's bad, he's in hellfire, no one likes him. But it's like, somebody as evil like him was moved by the Quran. Like, picture that. Picture, you don't even get moved by the Quran a tad, and someone like Abu Jahl gets moved by it. Now, I'm not saying all Muslims are like this. Some Muslims cry and stuff, as we know. But as a whole, there are Muslims like this. And I myself, too, struggle with it. Now, part of the reason is I don't know Arabic, so I'm not one to judge or talk about, but it's still not an excuse. Like, especially for the ones that know Arabic, you're going to be judged harsher than me. So to me, this is just a really reflection of, like, our ummah and stuff and what we need to do. So for me personally, I need to learn Arabic and read the translations. But another recommendation I have would be to focus, to lock in on it, not view it as a task. Maybe read verses you like, read verses of importance to you, watch videos that have the meaning. We have YouTube. They didn't have YouTube back then that could explain and decipher each Quran verse. Like, each verse of the Quran you could hear hours and hours of it being explained in all types of languages. So that's what I'd say we do, because we really have to get back on track. Like, this is why the ummah's failing. These people heard bits and snippets of the Quran and it changed their lives. Even as someone as evil as Abu Jahl was moved by it. Yeah, we read and have the whole Quran and we just let it collect us. Like, try to understand the meaning of it. Try. There we go, that's my podcast. I hope it's audio recorded this time.